Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be another review, and this one here is going to be on the Outdooredge Razor EDC Lite. I'm going to show you some close-ups of this thing, but I'm going to go ahead and forewarn you, this knife is about, I don't know, when Outdooredge came out with these things, I'm going to say it's at least 6-7 years old, and it has been through the ringer. I've about done wore out all the little rubber grips on it. I've done lost a little thumb stud on the side of it. But this thing, it has cleaned a ton of animals out in the woods. And I haven't found one so far that will completely replace this knife. I do have some other knives that I love to carry out in the woods with me, but for being just quick, easy, being able to just swap the blades out on them and stuff like that, man, it makes it just so nice to be able to do stuff like that. But we'll run down through some of the specs of it, and this one is a lockout. Now, I will say, one of the flaws, the two issues I've had with it, and one of them was caused by me. It had nothing to do with the design of the knife, but I lost the thumb tab where you can just fling it open, and I took it and tried to split the breastplate open one time with it, and it was on a big old nasty stink boar hog, and when I pushed down on it, it folded. Let me see if I can get it to do it. No, it ain't gonna do it, but it folded backwards on me. It didn't try to cut you or nothing like that, but it did jump past the lock on it. And that's the only issues I've had with it. But for the most part, man, this thing right here, and it's done got so old that the button and all on it, it's probably, I probably just need to open it up and clean it. But sometimes the blade gets a little aggravating to get in there and lock. But what I found is, like that, when I get to the woods and I'm getting ready to skin an animal, I'll slide the blade in there, and then I just find a tree or a limb or something and push down on it and push, and it'll lock it in there. And it's probably because there's just years and years of goo build up down inside of there. But that's it there, y'all. That's the Outdooredge. I know I don't have a blade in it, but I got my blades right here, and I was going to show you that. But that's it. And you can see how the rubber on it is starting to deteriorate. And I don't know if that's just from the years and years of abuse or what, but it still works. It also has a pocket clip, so you can use it as a pocket knife, but I bought it strictly to slide down in that pack. And here lately, because I've been carrying other fixed blades with me, this it's really been used as a backup. But here's the specs on it. The blade that goes down inside of here is 3.5 inches. It is a overall 7.5 inches. It only weighs 2.1 ounces. The handle is a glass-filled nylon with a non-slip TPR inserts, which is that stuff right there. It's kind of like a rubber texture, and you can see, I mean, I can scrape it. It's just old. There's nothing I can really do about it. And then we done talked about the lock back there. You can hear it's got a nice click. And then the blades that go in it. You see, I got quite a few of them in here. But these blades are your drop point style, and they're Japanese 420 J2 stainless. What does that mean? I don't know. I just know they equivalent these things to scalpels, and I will agree that when they are straight out of the package, I can normally get about 3 hogs, skin 3 hogs with one blade, and skin a couple deer with one blade. But by the time you get to that last hog, it'll be either needing to be sharpened, or you need to replace that blade because it's starting to get dull. So it ain't something that's going to last you forever. They are scalpel sharp when you pull them out of this package. The blade, the holder part here, has got some kind of black iodized coating on it, and you can see mine's just scratched. It's scratched all up. And then right here is your release button. You mash that button and that blade will pop right out of there. And when you're skinning, you gotta be careful not to mash that button. It's almost like originally, when all this was in good shape, I didn't have no issues with it. But now, if you're not careful, because it's all corroded up and deteriorated around that button, it's real easy to mash the button now. But yeah, that's it. That is the Outdooredge. Here, I'll go ahead and put a blade in here and show you what I was talking about. And these blades come with a little slit right here. You just pop it open, and it's got a little safety piece on there. I normally leave that on until I'm ready, because you're handling the blade. But see what I'm saying? Just me sticking it in there by hand, I can't push it in. Well, it locked in that time. But that's it. You know, I'll show you how sharp these things. They're crazy sharp. I said, man, these things are sharp. That's what it looks like with a blade on there. And like I said, you can get a good profile on it, and it does have some jimping on it right there, so you can push on it if you need to put some pressure on it. But like I said, I found these things work really nice, and that's with it with the blade closed up. And you can also, it won't close, but they make a fillet knife blade that will snap down in here. And if you need to fillet something, you can carry that blade and stick that blade in here. Pull this one out, stick that fillet in there. I believe it's like a 5-inch blade, and you can start filleting with it. I've done that quite a bit too. But that's it. That is the Outdooredge Razor Lite EDC, the 3.5-inch version. They do have a 3-inch version, but I went with the 3.5. But that'll do it for this video. I appreciate y'all for watching. Thank the good Lord for your blessings. Stay tuned. We'll catch you on the next video.